Hello AI enthusiasts, welcome back to Skill Curve. Today we're diving into the world of Open Interpreter, a revolutionary tool that lets you interact with your computer using plain English. Imagine telling your computer to show me the weather in Paris or write a Python script to calculate the area of a rectangle. Open Interpreter now makes it possible. In this video, we'll be setting up Open Interpreter locally on Linux operating system. We'll explore its capabilities by testing it out with two approaches, using an OpenAI API key and leveraging an open source model using LM Studio. So buckle up and get ready to see how Open Interpreter can transform the way you interact with the computer. Stay tuned as we walk through the installation process and put Open Interpreter to the test. So alright, let's first see how to install Code Interpreter locally onto your system. First of all, you need to make sure that there is Conda installed in your system. So I will type in like Conda -- version to check whether Conda is installed in my system or not. You can see here that it's installed. So the first step we need to do is to create a Conda environment. So I will say like Conda create -n code interpreter. Then I will specify the version of Python equals 3.11 and hit enter. Yeah, we need to proceed by hitting Y on our screen. Hit enter. Now we need to grab this thing, copy it from here and simply paste it in right here to activate our Conda environment. Hit enter. Now from here you can make sure that your Conda environment is successfully activated. Now you just simply need to do pip install open-interpreter. Look how easy it is now to install Open Interpreter locally onto your system. So I'll simply hit enter. Alright, so you can see that it was really simple to install Open Interpreter, and I have successfully done without running into any errors or any stuff like that. So that is a good sign. Now to run Open Interpreter, you have two options. Either you can run Open Interpreter with the help of any open source model, okay, like Llama 2 or Mixtral 8x7b, any model, whatever model you like. You can run Code Interpreter by using that model, or you can use OpenAI's GPT-4. Obviously, GPT-4's performance is much better in this regard, but I love the approach that Code Interpreter can be powered completely by open source model. First of all, I'll show you how to run it using OpenAI's GPT-3 by using OpenAI's API key. First of all, you need an OpenAI's API key. So I will simply create a new one and I can call it as Code Interpreter. You can call it anything. Just click on create a new key and just copy the key from here. Now, what you need to do, you just simply need to type in like export OpenAI _API _key. That would be equals to my API key. You just need to paste in your API key here and hit enter. Now your API key has successfully been set up. Don't try to use this API key because I will revoke once the video is completed. Now I simply need to type in interpreter to run Code Interpreter. So I'll simply hit enter. So you can see that model set to GPT-4, Open Interpreter will require approval before running code. So I can ask it what files and folders are there on my desktop, and I'll simply hit enter. Let's see. So it says that it needs to run this line of code. So I'll simply approve it. So alright, here you can see it says that here are the files and folders on your desktop like AutoGen, then hello.odt, llama.log, lmstudio.appimage, then there's start TextGenerationWebUI.sh and TextGenerationWebUI. This one is the folder. Now I'm saying that, can you please convert hello.odt file on desktop to .docs format? Make sure to save new file on the desktop. Let's see. So it says, do you like to run this code? Yes. Hit enter. Yeah, then it's using pandoc to just convert the file. So I'll say yes. So it says that the conversion of the file has successfully been completed and the new file has been saved on your desktop. So let's see. So here you can see hello.odt has successfully been converted to hello.docs. So that's a good sign. And it's working as it should. So that's really a great news. And it can fully control your system. So I'm asking it, can you tell whether my system is in dark or light mode? Let's see. So it says that it needs to run this line of code. Let's see, to using this particular theme. And it cannot directly indicate whether it's light or dark mode because it specifies this theme, which is actually correct. Alright, so now you can write code with this as well. I'm saying create a simple travel website using HTML, CSS and JavaScript. Make a folder on desktop and create all files in that folder. Let's see. So first of all, it's planning. You can see right over here. Yeah, it says, do you like to run this code? Yes, as it's creating some more files. Yes, it's creating another file, which is script.js. Now it's executing some more code. Now it's adding the code inside of like script.js. So that's great. It said like now you have a boilerplate for a simple travel website. Please let me know if you need anything else. So let's see whether it created that or not. So here is the folder of travel website, which has all the three files like index.html, script.js and styles.css. I'm very interested to run this file to see. Alright, it just added the alert on the top. If I just click OK, you can see that it's not perfect, but it is actually a great start. It chooses like a bluish of background as well. And I believe that this is like a good effort. Now, as you can control everything on your desktop, what I can say here, if I just want to remove all these files from my desktop, maybe I want to migrate them to some other folder, documents or some other folder, so you can do that as well. So for that, I can simply say it empty my desktop, migrate all files to documents. Yeah, I would like to run this code. Let's see. You can see that my desktop has been emptied successfully. Now, if I move to the documents folder, all of my files are here. So that's really great and awesome. Alright, now code interpreter has vision as well. So I'll simply shut it down from here. Okay, clear it. Now I will launch it once again by typing interpreter --vision. Now you can see that model has been set to GPT for vision preview. So I have like this table. Let's see this table. And if I want to replicate it inside of HTML, so I can do that. So I can simply drag my file here. I can say that create a file index.html on desktop and make table similar to one you see. Let's see. All right. It's writing the code. It's incorporating Tailwind CSS. That's really great. Wow. That's looking perfect. Yes, I definitely want to run this file. Yeah, the task is done. You can see right over here. Let me just try to open this once again and see. Well, definitely, I don't know why it's adding these things here. Let me just open up the file and try to review it. Yeah, it just added some weird like echoes on the screen. Otherwise, the table seems perfect. The table is spot on. It is perfect. And that's definitely a good use case in my opinion. Now, we can actually create reusable tools. So that could be something really nice. I would launch it once again, like as a regular interpreter. And I can say that convert the HTML file on my desktop to .js file, save the necessary code to reuse later. Let's see. Okay. I didn't specify that index.html file, but it got it itself. You can see. So you can see that it says the JavaScript code has been written successfully into index.js on your desktop. Now you can reuse it later. Alright, perfect. Alright, so the next method is to run this model locally using any open source large language model. And for that, we will be using LM Studio, which is like a great tool. You all must be familiar of that. It is a great model which can do wonders if you're really interested in running open source large language models locally. So here you can see I'm already downloading Llama 2 13b model to Power Code Interpreter. Let it just finish, then I'll tell you how to use this model and how to Power Code Interpreter with LM Studio using Llama 2 13b. Alright, so our Llama 2 13B chat model has successfully been downloaded. You can see right over here. So now let's see how to start using Code Interpreter and power it up with Llama 13B. First of all, you need to go to this tab in LM Studio. This tab is about local inference server. So you need to click on the top and load your model like Llama 13B. Here it is, you can see. So I'll simply click on this model and try to load this one up. Okay, now our model has successfully been loaded. Now I simply need to start my server. Our server has successfully been started. Now we simply need to go to a terminal. Now what I need to do, I simply need to type in interpreter -- local. And it knows how to fire up with the help of LM Studio. So you don't need to worry about that. Now you can see here that Open Interpreter's local mode is powered by LM Studio. You will need to run LM Studio in the background. It also tells you what you need to do. Now you need to be aware of this warning, like this feature is highly experimental. Don't expect like GPT 3.5 or GPT 4 level quality, speed or reliability yet. But still it can be of great use. For someone who don't want to use OpenAI's API key, that could be really a great start. Because OpenAI's API key isn't free. We all know that. Let me ask it a question. What folders and files are there on my desktop? Let's see. So you can see here that it's streaming the response. It might be slow, but it will actually fire up things in a while. Alright, so it just said like I need to run this command. So you just need to write in like Y and hit enter. So it will run this command. So you can see that it ran into an error. Okay. So local model, whenever I try to run it, sometimes it gives an error, but sometimes it actually is up to the mark. So you should have to play around with that in order to run that successfully. But when we talk about like GPT-4 or OpenAI's API key, this Open Interpreter is spot on. It's really good and it's doing like really a great job there. Alright folks, that's it for this exploration of Open Interpreter. As we saw, using the OpenAI API key delivered impressive results, allowing us to interact with our computer through natural language with ease. However, the open source model did require further development to reach the same level of performance. Remember, Open Interpreter is still under development and the open source models are constantly evolving. So keep an eye out for future updates that may improve their capability. If you are interested in learning more about Open Interpreter and staying updated, be sure to subscribe our channel for future updates. Thanks for joining me today. Until next time, happy coding and have a good day.